Here we're going to look at topic 10, example 4, use the standard form of a linear equation. Tamira is making trail mix and she has $40 to spend on a mixture of almonds and cashews and wants about the same amount of each. How can she determine how many pounds of each kind of nut to buy when almonds are $8 a pound and cashews are $10 a pound? That should not say cashews, that should say cashews. Let's fix that. Okay. So we're going to use standard form, and this comes back to example 1, where we let X equal the cost of reserved tickets and Y was the cost of general admission tickets, and then we set them equal to the total amount of money. We're spending $150. So in this time, we are going to let X equal the cost of almonds. So let's let X equal the cost of almonds and let Y equal the cost of cashews. Okay. I'm sorry, not the cost. The pounds. How many pounds we buy. So let X equal the pounds of almonds because we know the cost. The costs are $8 and $10. So let X equal the pounds of almonds and let Y equal the pounds of cashews. Okay, that makes more sense. So the almonds are $8 a pound, so we would have 8 times X. We would then add the cost of the almonds, which is 10Y, right? X and Y being the pounds of each one that we bought. And then the total cost, we're going to spend up to $40. And that's our standard form, that's our equation. So we're actually going to solve this one. In example 1, a couple videos ago, we just set the equation up and talked about what standard form was. In examples 2, we actually solved the 4 X and Y intercepts, and now we're going to put those together. So I'm going to find my X-intercept first. And to do that, I would make Y equal to 0. So 8x plus 0 equals 40. 8x equals 40. Divide by 8, and x would be equal to 5. So my X-intercept is going to be 5. My Y-intercept, which represents our cashews, we're going to make X equal to 0 and solve for Y. So we get 0 plus 10Y equals 40. 10Y equals 40. Divide by 10, and Y would be equal to 4. So that's my Y-intercept. So let's plot that. All right, and then I would connect my dots. So I'm going to stay within this region here. We're not going to go into the negatives because we can't buy negative amounts of cashews or almonds, right? So this is going to be our line here. I'm just going to try to draw a little more accurately. It's not going to be perfect, but one as accurate as possible. Okay. So the question is, how can she determine how many pounds of each kind of nut to buy when almonds are $8 and $10? This line represents the combinations of nuts that she would be able to buy. So she could buy 4 pounds right here. She could buy 0 pounds of almonds, right? And 4 cashews. Or here, she could buy 5 almonds and 0 cashews. And then anywhere along this point, along this line are the combinations that she'd be able to buy. So something like, it's tough to see, but this point right here, right, this would be 2.5 pounds of almonds, right, so that's going to be on the X value, and 2 pounds of cashews. And you could do that for any point along that line. So if you go to like 1, and maybe that was like 3.1, 3.2-ish, you can kind of figure that out. But what we're looking for is the combinations or anything along that line. So anything that falls along this line, your X and Y values would be the combinations of almonds and cashews that you could buy. She does mention that she wants about the same amount of each. So if we're looking for the same amount of each, that's going to be somewhere probably in this kind of region here, right? So somewhere in there. So maybe 2.5 pounds of almonds and 2 pounds of cashews, or it could wind up being the opposite of that. We'd have this point here. You're looking at 2 pounds of 2 pounds of almonds and 2.5 pounds of cashews. So there's kind of variations, but somewhere in this little, we'll call this little pocket here. Let's change colors, make it even more confusing. Somewhere in this little region right here is probably where, or not probably, is where there's going to be about the same amount of almonds and cashews. Kind of depends on the packaging, how specific and how detailed you want to measure these out. But a good answer for about the same amount of each would be somewhere between 2 and 2.5 pounds of each one with that $40 budget. The main idea here and the main thing you're looking for is to be able to take a standard form equation, find the x and y intercepts, and it'll give you boundaries to whatever real life scenario you're looking at. And then somewhere within those boundaries are your feasible options, right? I can't buy more than 4 pounds of cashews and I can't buy more than 5 pounds of almonds. But the more almonds I buy, the less cashews I can get, which makes sense. It's pretty intuitive. That line, the equation of our line, gives us the actual exact amounts that we'd be able to buy. So hopefully that makes sense, and you should be good.